Hello everyone and welcome back to Head Health Running. I'm Adam and today we're going to do something that I've had a request for, and that's to go through what gear I'm currently using for running. So the first item, and my favourite item, and probably the most important item when you're going running, the shoes. Now these shoes are the Brooks Ghost 11s, and I went into a running shop to get my gait analysis done for these. Picked out probably about 4 or 5 pairs, and these were just on top for me in terms of support, cushioning. They've got a lovely, really nice thick cushion padding along the heel and ankle area, which I find really helpful. They've also got a really nice heel, as you can see, really nice and thick and bouncy as well. And when I run in them, I do feel like going the extra mile in them compared to other running shoes that I have worn in the past that felt a bit heavy and a bit clunky. These are super light, super. Next item, quite a simple one. It's a buff, which can be used anyway. I use it over my head as a kind of a neck scarf. So I wear it like this, and it also doubles up really well as just something to wipe away the sweat. As glamorous as that is, it works really well actually, just around the neck area, because you can wipe away your forehead if you want, you can wipe away your neck, whatever you want, and it's just an alternative really to wearing a headband, which I don't look great in. So yeah, I prefer to wear one of these as well, especially at the moment during its cold spell. Moving on, we've got T-shirts, starting off with a very simple one. This is a grey version of what I'm wearing now. This is £2 in Primark, so if you want to just get going with running, it's just a basic T-shirt. It's I think they call it a muscle fit T-shirt. Not that I've got many muscles, but sure, muscle fit. It's really nice and slim actually, but I find it quite nice for running in, just because it's light, you know, it's short sleeved, keeps you cool. So yeah, if you don't want to invest in a running top straight away, £2, can't go wrong. Really nice. Like I say, I'm wearing the black one now, so you can sort of see how it fits and everything. Next one for the colder months is just a long sleeve top. This is a training top that I got from Amazon. I think it was around about £9 or £10 from memory. It's got a little bit of reflective on it as well, so it's got a reflective logo there, and on the back it's got a reflective strip, so if you do want to go out night running, you know, it's not the best in terms of being seen, but it's that little bit extra. If you've got reflective shorts, if you've got lights, etc., there's just a little bit more reflective to make you stand out to vehicles at night as well. And of course, if I'm doing a park run, I will rep my parkrun tee. I haven't done enough park runs yet. I'm still under getting 50 runs, and in case you don't know, once you hit certain milestones of park runs, you get a T-shirt which has the number of park runs you do. So there's 51, there's a 101, there's a 251, there's some volunteer ones as well. For the people still under the magic numbers, these are the apricot tees. They are slightly expensive, but they are really nice. And the great thing is as well, if you do a bit of parkrun tourism, you can pick which parkrun is your local one. So I picked Cambridge as mine. So if I'm going to a different parkrun, you might see other people in the apricot tees as well, and you can strike a conversation with them by seeing which parkrun is their local one. So if they're in Bristol and they've got a Cambridge one, you say, oh, you've come quite a far way today, or even abroad. You know, you might see someone abroad who's got a local one, and then you can just say, you know, how far have you come today, have you done this one before, etc. And it's just a nice way of going. It's super light, it's really good at sort of wicking away the sweat, as they call it again. And you know, it's very light. You can wear it, but it's not great in the cold months just on its own, so you will need a base layer, I would recommend. Talking of base layers, moving on to my long johns, as I love to call them. These are just Sports Direct, I believe I got these for £5. These are just a base layer in the winter months. I've had them quite a while, as you can see. Logo's peeling off, so it's probably time to get a few more. These just go over your underwear, under your shorts, and they're just an extra layer to keep your legs warm, basically, in the cold months. I definitely wouldn't recommend wearing them when it starts getting warmer. I personally can't stand being hot when I'm running. I like to be as cool as possible. So when it starts to get warmer, I do find myself overheating in these around about sort of March, April time in the year, and that's when I ditch them until the cold months come back. But yeah, they are great. They're essential really in the winter months as well. So yeah, just some underpants basically. These are my running shorts. They've got nice convenient zip in the back, so I can carry my phone and my Parkrun barcodes and any credit card or anything else. I would say if you are starting out on running, get something with a zip pocket, because if you don't, things will fall out definitely. So yeah, really handy to have the zip pocket there on the shorts. I think I got these from Mountain Warehouse in the sale for about £7 years and years and years ago, and they've just done me proud ever since really. Shorts are shorts at the end of the day. I'm sure you can spend £40–50 on a pair of shorts if it takes your fancy, but these were £7 and they do everything I need them to, including having that essential zip as well. And for socks, it took me a while to get these, but these are compression socks. They're a bit dirty, need a wash. Whoops. And these are basically a godsend compared to when I used to wear normal socks when I used to run. I used to get blisters, I used to get sore soles, I used to get all sorts, even in the cushioned running shoes when I invested in the running shoes. I got these around about August for my birthday, and ever since they're fantastic. Definitely recommend upgrading to compression socks if you haven't got them already. I've not had foot pain since using them. They don't rub at all. I never get blisters anymore. My feet don't feel as tired as they used to, as weird as that sounds as well. I won't go into the science of what compression socks do today, but yeah, basically get some if you haven't. These were actually a present for my birthday, so I don't know exactly how much they are, but you know, you can find similar. If you're paying anything sort of more than £10–12, you're overpaying for compression socks. They are nice and cheap, so a cheap investment if you just want to you know, look after your feet a little bit more. And the last one is, again, probably the second most important one. That's my GPS watch. This is the Garmin Forerunner 235, a really good entry-level watch. They retail at about £150. I think if you go on sort of your Amazons, your eBays, you're going to be looking at around the 130 to 150. It's quite an old watch now, but it does do everything I need it to. So it's got heart rate monitor on the back. It's not touchscreen at all, it's all buttons, which I actually prefer. Bit more of an old school feel to the watch. Interchangeable straps if you want to, so you don't know whether the camera's picking that up, but they've got screws on the side there that you can just unscrew, change the strap colour if you want to. Very easy to operate as well, very rarely goes wrong. Sometimes can take a while to connect to the GPS if you're launching your run, or not launching your run, but if you're telling it you're about to go for a run inside and then you step outside, it can take a while to pick up GPS, and there have been some times where it's beeped for a notification for a text message, for instance. I've gone for my run and then about a mile in it bleeps saying the GPS is ready, which is super annoying. So I would say what I've done now is basically just make sure that GPS is ready before starting the run. It is a bit hit and miss. Sometimes it can be instant, other times it can take quite a while for the GPS to connect. Other than that, a fantastic bit of kit. Obviously you don't need a GPS watch to go running. Back in the days when I first started running, I just used to take my smartphone out, load up the Strava app, keep it in the pocket, and then once I'm finished, take it out and stop. It's just a lot more convenient to have this because you can see all sorts of different things to help you run, sort of what pace you're going, what heart rate you're doing at the current time, how long you've been running for, how many miles you've done, how many kilometers or miles you've done. So if you are going for sort of your 5k, 10k, you haven't got to keep taking your phone out and checking how far have I gone, because you've got it on your wrist and you just go up. And the other great feature about this as well is if you're running when it's slightly dark or you can't quite see, it responds to motion. So if I've got the watch on my wrist like that, it will be sort of in dark mode, and then if I raise it to my face, it will light up so that I can see all the display. So yeah, great bit of kit. Like I say, if you are just starting out running, they are quite an expensive investment. So, you know, you are looking at over £100. There are more basic ones that don't have heart rate monitors. It's definitely worth looking into. I would recommend Garmin, or a friend of mine uses TomTom, which she gets on really well with. So I would recommend investing in one once you get more involved in running. And I'm a bit of a stats man myself. I really like going through a run after I've gone for it and seeing, you know, going through the nitty gritty of cadence and heart rate and you know, all sorts. So I think it's definitely worth having a GPS watch if you can. So that's my gear. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you picked up some things. If you have any questions at all, pop it in the comments below and I'll try and answer. I'm going to be trying to do a video every week at the moment. I'm going to go on a bit of a parkrun tourism around the East Anglia area, Cambridge area. So I'm going to do a couple of different parkruns and different video diaries. So yeah, keep posted for that. And yeah, keep running and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.